All right, I got this thing working again, hopefully. So, long story short, I'm at my parents' house in Bethesda, and in Bethesda. I'm in my parents' house in Southern Maryland, and I'm headed to Bethesda for a car show. We're gonna take Mom's white Honda. I'd like to take the Z because it's a JDM event, but we won't be taking the Z today. Long story on that, but if you guys are wondering what my project car looks like, this is it here. It's an 03Z, original owner, 27,500 miles. It's in great shape, and it's going to stay in great shape. Well, this gimbal is challenging. I'm using a gimbal, for anyone that knows what that is, which helps with stabilization for this camera. But I've definitely been struggling with it a bit. There's a bit of a learning curve. But anyway, driving to Bethesda, taking the Honda, which this is pretty clean. My parents are retired. Mom drives this, and Mom doesn't drive a lot anymore. So when I come down, I use it. When I come down to Southern Maryland to visit, and I'm here for a little over another week, I use it to get around. Anyway, stay tuned, guys. Hopefully we get some good footage with the gimbal today. If not, I got my standard Sony stick or whatever it's called, and we'll use that. So here we go. All right, I'm recording a voiceover. This is my first voiceover actually since I started doing YouTube. So we don't have a gimbal. I left the gimbal because I was having issues with it, and I forgot to turn off my stabilization. So I apologize for the shaky footage here. The perfectionist in me is driving me nuts, but I decided I was going to post this anyway and forget about perfection and just have fun because I love cars, and the passion for cars is what this is about, not having everything perfect. So here we are at JDM Legends. We're looking at Supras, Toyota Supra MK4. We've got two of them here. One was pretty highly modified, this one here, with the aftermarket wheels, tinted windows. They're both left-hand drive, I believe. The one that's behind that is pretty much stock. The one behind me is pretty much stock. So why am I doing the voiceover? I don't think I explained it earlier. I'm doing the voiceover because audio copyrights. There's a DJ at this event, and they are playing super loud music, so I decided to go voiceover rather than have to deal with a copyright strike. Even though I'm not monetized yet, I really don't want to have to deal with that stuff. So we'll go to voiceover. So here's the other Supra. It may be lightly modified intake and exhaust, BPU plus, I'd say. Here's another Supra, a white Supra that pulled up. This one pulled up while I was filming here, I believe. And it sounded pretty good. And this one's right-hand drive, as you could see there. It's a right-hand drive Supra. God, I love these cars. Definitely on my list, you know. I've always been a fan. It's funny, this snail and the turbo inside, because, yeah, Supras are really known to be slow. We've got a couple of Ferraris here, F430s, next to some newish BMWs, or should we say BMW Toyota Supra. So we've got a white 430 and a red 430. And both of these 430s are hardtops, which is great. And they're both F1 transmission. It is really getting rarer and rarer to see a gated manual these days, you know. Love the engine in the back. I mean, obviously the most Ferraris, mid-engine Ferraris, the engine is in the back, but I mean, love the glass cover on these, on the 430, and how visible the engine is, and you can see the Ferrari intakes. It's really cool. Love these headlights and how they come to a point. The gold aftermarket reels really pop with the red. You know, I'm normally not the biggest fan of aftermarket wheels on Ferraris, but it really works with this car. God, look at those intakes. That's so hot. I love that. I love the way the intakes look on the 430. Naturally aspirated V8. You can't beat that. I love these cars in stock or near stock trim too. I mean, it is really cool. Little did I know as I'm filming this that I wouldn't be able to use the audio because of the loud music and the DJ. This event, JDM Legends, is in Bethesda, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. Not too far from where I grew up, very close to my brother's house. Here we've got a ton of Supras here in every color you can possibly think of. A lot of the stock colors, as well as some cars that have been wrapped. A lot of these Supras are modified. Some of them are stock. But my God, we've got every freaking Supra here. Every freaking Supra. Look at this. There must be 20 of them. I guess the stabilization isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. I mean, there were a ton of cars at this event. There were a ton of cars. The biggest car show I've been to since I've started this. And I do not remember what I'm talking about here. Probably the Supras. Most likely the Supras. All right, shut up, Phil. Shut up. Put the camera back on the cars. Put the camera back on the cars. Okay, here we go. So we've got Supra after Supra after Supra. That one's definitely lowered. That's not stock height. Back to the Ferraris. What a good looking design that is. Okay, Nissan GTR. Black. Black tinted windows. Might be lowered a little bit. Definitely has some modifications done. Upgraded turbos, intakes. I didn't get to talk to all the owners of these cars because there's tons of cars. McLaren, I think it's a 570S. Looks like a car that's used for a lot of rallies, like the Gold Rush Rally. I really don't like wraps of advertising, but hey, to each their own. To each their own, and they probably get paid to have that. I love this Fox body, black Fox body. I think those are Cobra R wheels. A lot of mods done to this. It's a manual. Tasteful mods, seats, a coyote swap with a supercharger. Thing puts down serious power. Carbon fiber hood. What a cool car. And it's right up front at the JDM event, parked right up front. But this guy also has a bunch of other cars. He has a McLaren, a really nice McLaren, and I think he has a 911 GT2 or GT3 as well. So here's some of the NSXs leaving. What a cool generation the first generation NSX was. Now, I probably should have left the sound on here, but again, you can still hear the music, and he's playing popular songs, and I'm not dealing with the copyright nonsense. GTR, NSX leaving, black NSX with what looks like black wheels. STI, Subaru STI, like the gold wheels with the blue. I don't know if that's a bug eye. It's not a bug eye. I think it's the generation directly after that. Don't know as much about those. BRZ, look like a BRZ. Yellow S2K. Mercedes, shoot, is that the coupe, C-Class coupe? Old school BMW, wow, that's an old school now. BMW 3 Series, I'm guessing a 330. It's got a little dent. Supra, oh my God, Supra. That was the stock one that was parked over next to the black one and the white one. Lexus GS, another Supra. That's modded pretty well. Lexus SC300, which also has the 2JZ in it. MR2 gang coming up here. We've got white MR2, Toyota MR2. And not sure if any of these are turbo or not. I'm sure some of them are. Black, red. We've got a white one. We've got like a turquoise. Got another white. because I'm not exactly sure how to identify the turbo aside from the badges on these. The aftermarket wheels. Let's see what we've got here. A beautiful black minivan. Look at this thing. This thing showed up with what looks like 20, I'd say 25, 26-inch wheels at least. Ginormous fucking wheels. I mean, look at that. MR2s, MR2s. WRX STI. I think that was the bug eye one I was talking about earlier. Ah, and we have stance. All right, guys, I'm not the biggest fan of stance. I'm trying to be open, though, and accepting because they are car people, and I love car culture. Honda Civic Si, yeah. Back to the Supras. And look at that gorgeous Ferrari 430 with the gold wheels. I'm not sure. They're not HRE wheels. I don't know if they're Anarchy wheels or Angry wheels, what they're called. I don't know. So what would you guys choose? Would you choose the white Rari or the red? The white one or the red? Most people are going to choose red, I guess. But the white one looks and appears to be stock or very close to stock, if not even bone stock. Love the engine cover. I just had to come back around and look at these. Italian cars are fantastic. I mean, they're beautiful cars. I just wish they had the reliability that these Japanese cars have here. That's one thing about the Japanese cars, especially the Hondas from the 90s. All right, so this was like a full-blown drag car. A lot of people were around it throughout the day here. And I don't know what he's running or what they're running here, but you can tell by the tires. It looks like he's got Mickey Thompson's on the back. I mean, the chute. It's the damn parachute is a giveaway. Let's see what else. I think they were about to take a photo, and then I had to get out of the way. It wasn't actually that loud at idle, believe it or not. The car was not that loud. BMW 3 Series, Lexus SC with the 2JZ motor, and an incredible work van, a beautiful work van. Honda Civic Si. Look at that work van. Look at that work van. The old school CR, is that a CRX? Yeah, that's a CRX, and it looks stock. Amazing. Integra Type R with Type R wing. Probably not a Type R, but had the look of one. I want to say Lexus GS. I don't know those as well. Volkswagen GTI. You know, I never actually made it over to that parking lot that was directly across there. I was kind of overwhelmed with so many cars. I like this S2K. This one was done really, really well. They look good in black. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Lamborghini Aventador. The Aventador. And I'm pretty sure that this is a wrap on this because it has a bunch of graphics on it. Is that a Supra? Is that a Supra? Yeah, that is a Supra. Another Supra. We've got what looks like a G-Wagon. The price of the new G-Wagons, not this one. This one looks to be a few years old, although it looks amazing, and it's the 63 AMG. But the new ones are getting crazy. They're going for like 300K loaded up. Like what? That's like what, 100, 150K over sticker? That's insane for a G-Wagon. You can get a McLaren for that, or a Urus. I mean, the G-Wagon's great, but give me a Lamborghini Urus if I'm going to spend that much money. You might even have some money left over. I mean, gotta love the Supra. Sorry, no sound, guys. The DJ booth is literally right behind me here, and but hey, you can hear these cars. The internet's filled with sound clips from these cars, and in the future we're going to definitely have videos with audio, and then we'll have voiceover when necessary. So thanks for tuning in, guys. That was JDM Legends. Take care. See you soon.